Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Sunday and today is the full moon in Aries energy. Hopefully you already saw the full moon video. So, basically today is Sunday and the sun, of course, is in the sign of Libra. So the sun is in the sign of Libra and the sun is in conjunction with Venus still. So the sun is our identity. Venus is the things that we value. And with the sun in Libra, this is where we value ourselves in relations to other people. This is where we value the idea of having connections and just knowing people. And of course, with the moon, the full moon in Aries, this is where the inner world wants to be focused on the self, but this is where we have to have a nice balance of self and others. And to me, having a nice balance of self and others is when we've come to the point where we're so authentic and true about who we are. So we're unapologetic, and the people who are attracted to us because of our authentic nature and that truth that comes out of us naturally when it comes to expressing ourselves and being ourselves. So it's like if we're authentic to ourselves and genuine, then we attract people who like that, who like us for that. So there's less of a back and forth when it comes to trying to please other people. Because when I look at the full moon, I look at the opposition between the sun and the moon, and the opposition of the moon wanting to be focused on the self and even lick one's wounds, because Chiron is in Aries and it's a wound when it comes to the ego, a wound when it comes to the self. And this wound can come from the mother, the family, you know what I mean? Or basically the wound come from seeing the mother or the family struggle or suffer. So it's there's that wound there. And the sun is identifying with, like I said, us in relations to others and our connections, and us just looking good in the eyes of the world. And it's the moon is in a place where it's but what about this, what about that? And it's the sun is in a place now we need to look good. It's forget about that. And it's it comes down to balance. What's coming to mind right now is say for someone who went through something in their family and feels ashamed to tell the truth because they feel they're gonna bring shame on their family when it comes to telling their truth. In an extreme situation, it could be someone going through or have been through, say some kind of abuse or sexual abuse or something, and decides to write a book to share their truth, and writing their book is therapeutic, and just feeling so guilty because the thought of putting that out there makes the family look bad, or that's the thought process that one is struggling with. So it's going back and forth between the image, that one has in the world, how the world sees you and your family, and then your truth and how you nurture yourself. And I just feel it comes down to the stories that we tell ourselves. You know what I mean? Regardless of whatever you do, people are gonna see you however the hell they see you. People are gonna see you how they see you. And I feel the sooner I realize that, the more easier, certain things got for me. And an example I gave a long time ago, it's say, for example, you have a really expensive, say you have a really expensive carry-on, and it's a designer it's a designer carry-on, and there are certain people that see you with it and assume that it's fake because you have it. You know what I mean? Because as far as they're concerned, someone like you, whatever that means, I'm just giving an example, you know what I mean? They feel like people who carry these or have these look a certain way. You know what I mean? So you don't look like the marketed version of who would own something like this. So automatically they see you and they assume it's fake. And then something happens and they realize, oh my God, it's real. So still, because of their bias or their prejudices, you must be a drug dealer or you know, a fraudster or something for you to have it. You know what I mean? And then even when it comes down that that's not the case, it's like, you know, a person's mind is going to find all kind of excuse to justify whatever it is that they want to justify. So it's like, you know, for the person who cares to even correct them, like, you know, like that's such a waste of time and energy, where it's like, okay, if that's what they want to believe, that's their belief, and you just keep living, and, you know, you have the right not to care about them, you know, about them and what they believe. And don't even go out of your way to try to convince them otherwise. You know what I mean? To me, that's something that like is important for us to, you know, realize that people have the right to have the views that they have. You know what I mean? It's their own imaginary version of you, and they have every right to have their own imaginary version of you. And it is not your responsibility, unless you're getting paid, to try to sell them otherwise. And even if you're getting paid to do it because you get a kick out of it for some reason or the other, but to try to like sell somebody else, you know, a different vision from the one that they have, like, don't waste your time. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to say, the card that comes up for this day is the Two of Cups in the reversal position. This is the Two of Cups in the upright position. So having the Two of Cups in the reversal position come up for this day, I feel like this is a day of just focusing on self. You know, the moon is in Aries and it's a full moon in Aries. So something is coming to an end when it comes to one's perspective of self, or even others in relations to oneself, or maybe a view is evolving to the next level. So to me, with the Two of Wands in the reversal position, it's like I said about not trying to convince anybody of anything, you know, of their own imaginary view. Because it's like, to me, everything about life is just like is it a figment of our imagination, in the sense that it's like stories about the moon and space and everything, like, you know, like, you know, we've never like explore or research or experience it in a way to say that this is a fact. You know, it's all a figment of our imagination, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, you know, like, hopefully it brings you joy, and whatever other people want to believe, like, if it brings them joy, good for them. And if it doesn't, good for them too. Like, who cares? But with the Two of Cups in the reversal position, to me, this is like not trying to merge something. To me, it's like trying to mix oil and water. Like, don't try to force anything. So don't try to force your views on anyone. Don't try to force anything. Just allow things to just be. Because I've seen within myself, like, over time, how my perspective has shifted on things, and it didn't come from somebody like going out of their way trying to sell me something. It's like, you know, basically something clicks within me, and gradually things start showing up in front of me that's always been there. But finally I'm open to receive and open to this shift in perspective. And I feel like, you know, that's the same for others. Like, you know, allow people to have that shift in perspective happen whenever it happens, and you don't try to, to convince them otherwise. So it's like, say you wanting to convince your family that they need to be more spiritual, whatever that means, when, you know, we're all spiritual beings. You know, we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. You know, we just don't all practice spirituality. You know, and to me, practicing spirituality is practicing self-awareness. It's meditation. It's being present, you know what I mean? And connecting within with that, with the 99% of reality that we're not perceiving. You know what I mean? Most of us are blocking out because we're only perceiving less than 1% of visible light. So we're perceiving less than, basically, yeah. So there's 99% of things happening around us that we're like completely blinded to. You know what I mean? So to me, practicing spirituality is practicing self-awareness. It's practicing oneness with all things and then tapping into things that we can't see with our eyes. You know, so say, for example, like you want to convince your family of being something. Like, to me, why aren't you confident in your belief enough to just be? You know what I mean? Like, for us to wanting to sell people on our views and beliefs shows our insecurities with our views and beliefs. And for the simple fact that there's insecurity with our views and beliefs is why we shouldn't involve anybody else into it. Because to me, if you're confident about a view or a belief, you're gonna live it, and other people are going to say, damn, like, what's your secret? You know, what are you doing? And then that's where you share, but only what they ask, nothing more. You know what I'm saying? And let them keep coming back for more. Just be an example. To me, that, you know, if you really want to inspire others, be an example. You know what I'm saying? It's like the person who loses 100 pounds and everybody is like, how did you do it? Show me. You know what I mean? And then you start showing, you know what I mean? Opposed to like, you didn't lose the weight yet, but you came across something. You came across a diet, and the diet is exciting. And, you know, there's like, you know, a lot of like people who's like hyping it up. So it's like you get all your friends and you're like, yeah, I need to do this. This is great. But like basically, you know, you do it, you become one with it. And naturally other people will say how, you know. So it's like when we, you know, some of us be like, oh, people in our lives are asleep or bots or this, that, or the next. It's like, what if, you know, those of us who feel like we're awoke are the ones that are sleeping? Like, you just never know. So to me, like, you know, just live. And if it's like, basically just live. And if it makes you feel good and you're thriving on it, other people are going to want to know. So it's like, if you want to get your family or loved ones or whoever to see the joy and experience the joy and the greatness that you experience from a certain path, just keep doing it, you know, keep doing it, keep being it, embody it, and they will come and say like, what's up? Like, show me, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, when it comes to this day, just, you know, allow yourself to just be. Like, something about forcing or trying to merge something, this is not the day for it. But I hope you guys are enjoying the transformation that this full moon energy is bringing. This is such a pleasure sharing this day and this message with you guys as usual. If you would like to book a tarot card reading or get your natal chart read or learn about the exclusive content that's posted daily on Patreon and some of the other stuff that happens there, the link is in the description box below. If you're still here with me, I would love to hear about it. Please let me know by dropping me a purple heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. And as usual, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.